calm down. Young man. I said, relax. What's going on with school right now? Just trying to figure out where things are misconnected. And he said, that's the thing, I'm done with school now. Finished college, I'm done. I'm graduating right now. And before I go deeper into this talk, I think it's important to understand the significance of this talk, given the time of the year we're in right now, as students are graduating and finishing different stages they've went through. This lesson that we're going to talk about today from the Sunnah of the Rasul is relevant not only for young people as they go through different stages, but it also relates to all of us in this room. See, he said to me he graduated, and when he said he graduated, I said, I know your problem. I know exactly what it is. In this verse that I just recited, لَا تَرْكَبُنَّ طَبَقًا عَنْ طَبَقٍ, surely you will go from one stage to the next stage, one micro goal to the next micro goal. Ibn Abbas says, حَالٍ بَعْدَ حَالٍ, you should go from one stage to the next stage to the next stage. Now the fact of life is when we talk to our children and the way we've lived in our society is that we've set all these micro goals in front of us. What is a micro goal? Well, a macro goal is a big goal. It's something that is overarching everything. But a micro goal is a small waypoint. It's a small checkpoint. It's like a toll booth or a rest stop on the 95. It's a micro goal. It's something you're trying to achieve and get to. But ever since I was in first grade, they've been putting micro goals in front of me. You got to get to second grade. You got to get to fifth grade. You got to get to eighth grade. But you got to do good in eighth grade because next thing is high school. You need to go to a good high school. Then you go through that thing. You go through high school. Now you got to get into a good undergrad, or you got to go to this place. You got to go to this place. We keep putting these micro goals in front of our children and in front of ourselves. Next thing, I got to get married. Got to get a good business. I got my house now. What do? I guess I got to open another business. Got to incorporate, franchise. We keep putting these micro goals in front of us. And here's the problem. Micro goals are amazing because they keep us motivated. They keep us going towards things in life. But there's a sunnah of the Rasul that we're missing. And at this moment in the year, when people are graduating, when people are moving on to another stage in life, there's something that happens, and it's what happened to this young man. He realized that he was in between two stages. He had just completed one micro goal, and he didn't know what was the next goal in front. So he had this moment after Salatul Isha where he's kind of like, well, what's next for me? What am I going to do? I want to share a hadith with you. Umar ibn Khattab, this hadith is narrated in Tirmidhi. Abdullah ibn Masud narrates this hadith, but it's from many different turuq. Umar ibn Khattab, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, profound narration. He came to the Prophet ﷺ's house in the middle of the day, where everyone would take their siesta, just lay down and get some rest to avoid the heat. And he comes into the house, and the Prophet ﷺ he kind of sits up because Umar ibn Khattab had come in. And the Prophet ﷺ, he had a very coarse hasib that he slept on. I mean, it was just a mat. And you know, subhanAllah, we have, mashallah, you got the purple mattress, all these nice mattresses, so I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyways, you know how you get bedhead? You sleep on something and then you have the imprint of the thing you slept on your face. So the Prophet sits up and his side has the bedhead. It has the imprint of what he was sleeping on. And so when Umar ibn Khattab sees the imprint of this straw mat, imprinted on the body of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Umar ibn Khattab, he began to weep. Not loudly, but just tears coming down his face. A lot of people think Umar ibn Khattab was this harsh man. They don't realize Umar ibn Khattab had a soft side. He had a soft side, a beautiful side that was in touch with his own emotions. So he begins to cry. And the Prophet looks up, he sees him crying, and he says, Ya ibn Khattab, what's wrong? And now he lets out. He says, you know, the leaders of Shirk, and they're so far from God. They have all of these luxuries. And here you are, Ya Rasulullah. Here you are. On the side of your body, I can see the imprint from this mat. وَأَنْتَ سَيِّدُ الْعَالَمِينَ. You are the greatest of God's creation. The hadith says, فَجَلَسَ رَسُولُ. What that means is he was leaning down, but then he sat up. He sat up. And there's different turuq. Some of the narration says, "Afika shak ya ibn Khattab." Do you have doubt in your heart, ya ibn Khattab? In the narration in Tirmidhi, it says very clearly, he sat up. And at that point, one of the people in the room said, "Lo ittakhadna laka wita'an." Why don't we just make a pillow for you, Ya Rasulullah? Remember, micro goals, macro goals in life. Remember that. Micro goals versus macro goals. He says, why don't we make a pillow? The Prophet ﷺ sits up. And what did he say to Umar ibn Khattab? Everyone listen closely. He says, Mali walid dunya. What do I have to do with this dunya? What do I have to do with this world? What's my relationship with this dunya? By dunya, he means this temporal life, this micro goal we're in right now. He goes, Mali walid dunya. Innama ana. My example in this, ma ana fi dunya illa karakib. He says, my relationship with this dunya is like a person who's traveling down the 95, but it's been a long journey. You're coming from somewhere far away. You're traveling down the 95. You see a rest stop. فَرَأَى الشَّجَرَ فَاسْتَرَاحَ تَحْتَ الشَّجَرَ. You see the rest stop. You go, hey guys, we've been driving for 5 hours here. Why don't we take a stop here? So you stop at the rest stop. What do? You sit there. You relax. You use the restroom. You get some water. You stretch your legs out a little bit. Move around. And then what do? Do you get comfortable? Do you look for, how this is a great spot, man, I might want to settle down here. No, it's a rest stop. The purpose of it is that it's a micro goal on your journey. It's a place for you to stop, collect yourself. Why? So that you have strength to go on for the rest of the journey. The Prophet ﷺ, he gives this beautiful example of this tree. And from this moment after this khutbah, when you leave this masjid and you look at these beautiful trees, SubhanAllah, Maryland, man, y'all got some, mashallah, coming from Texas. So I'm admiring the trees here. You look at these trees. I want you to remember this hadith the next time you look out the window and see a tree. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Istadalla tahta shajara." He sits under the tree just for a moment, collects himself, and then what does he do next? Raha wa taraka shajara. Gets up, gets in the car, starts it back up. Come on, guys, we got to finish on our journey. What I want us to understand is, in life, we keep placing before children and before ourselves all of these micro goals. Micro goals, and micro goals are goals that are just keeping you going to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. But the problem happens, and this is the main point of the khutbah. The problem happens is when you forget that micro goals are micro and you don't get the chance to look at the macro goals in life. You start chilling at the rest stop too long, man. You're on a journey just for rest stops. Hey, kids, let's go for a journey. It's a road trip. Road trip, let's go. Dad, where are we going? Bunch of rest stops, yo. We're just going to get on the 95 and hit as many rest stops as we can. Gee, who does that? No, when you travel, you go to a journey. And the journey is made easy by the rest stops. You don't leave the house going on a road trip to rest stops. It sounds funny to us. It sounds comical. But this is how we've trained ourselves to live. I need another micro goal or else I don't know what I'm doing in life. I need another I got a great business. Guess what do I do now? The big purpose of what you set up for. The purpose of this khutbah is for us to remember to keep things in priority and for us to remind our shabab, our youth. At the time of graduation, this is graduation time. A lot of youth, they get a little confused. And this is the perfect time as an older brother, as an uncle, as a father, as a brother, to remind and say, hey, you just did good. You just passed that. You just completed this one hurdle. You got through it. But that's not the purpose. Now, I want us to understand one more thing. The confusion that a lot of shabab go through is only based on the fact that we've never reminded them of the greater purpose. We've never reminded them that, hey, become the best that you can become. Do everything that you can. But remember, it's just a tree. It's just a tree. It's a great tree. It's a beautiful tree. It's an oak tree. It's amazing. But it's just a tree. Look at the hadith of the Rasul ﷺ one more time. Ma ana walid dunya. What is my relationship with this dunya? My relationship with this dunya is what? Ana fi dunya illa karakib istadalla shajar تحت شجرة. I am like a person traveling that just stopped under a tree to get some shade for a short time. Now, I want us to understand something else. Sometimes the rest stop is really nice. Ooh, wow. Put a lot of tax dollars into this. Good restroom, water, good place to walk around, beautiful rest stop. But sometimes you're driving through the whatever part of the state, and the rest stop isn't that nice. Why am I bringing this up? Do you get sad, hurt, emotionally damaged when a rest stop isn't up to par? And do you truly get that happy when the rest stop is really nice? Does it, like, when you come back from the journey and you start telling people about the amazing road trip, do you highlight the amazing rest stop? How was Disney World? It was okay, but that rest stop on the 95 going through Georgia was off the hook. No, who does that? Why am I saying that? Well, this is important because in life, we will have moments where the rest stops are beautiful and really nice. You enjoy it, we use it, beneficial, it's nice, alhamdulillah. But does it really affect me that deeply? No, it doesn't. Why? Because I'm on a journey somewhere deeper, somewhere further. And this is just a temporal stop. But then there's moments when life sucks, life is hard, life is difficult. Life throws something hard at us that it's just hard to deal with. Like the rest stop you go into and the bathroom stinks horribly. I gotta make you do. I don't have anywhere else to go. Roll up your sleeves. Here we go. Hold your nose. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go in. You go in and you make wudu. You go in, you make wudu. But you don't even think about it when you get back in the car. Why? Because it wasn't part of the whole journey. It was just one moment. I'm moving. I'm keeping it going. I'm good. Does everyone understand the significance of this? Yes, you went through class. You have one bad professor. This professor hates your guts, and we all know it. We agree with you. Okay, he hates you. Is that going to affect you that deeply? No, it's not. Why? Shajara. It's just a tree. Chill under it for a moment and keep it moving, keep going. This is the objective. This is what we remind each other at these moments in the year. What is the significance for those who came late? The significance, this is graduation season. Graduation season is exciting, but it's scary for a lot of people because you know what? They don't know where the journey's going. I'm going to conclude in just a few moments. Just 2 more minutes, and I want us to understand this. If you don't speak to young people, and again, this message isn't just for young people, but it starts in the young age. If you don't speak about greater purpose, about the journey with young people, after a while, it looks like we're just driving down a road for rest stops. The purpose is lost. And after a while, you get to 18 years old and you're like, what am I doing? Why? The reason someone says that why when they're 18, 19, 20, 21, graduating undergrad, they're done now. You think they're happy, they're sitting in the corner crying. Why are you crying, man? I don't even know what I'm doing with myself. The tree, it was trees they were living for. 8th grade, junior high, high school, undergrad, graduate. You know we have career students now? He finishes his master's. What are you doing next? I'm getting another master's. You know why? Because I don't know what else to do. I guess I'm going to get another PhD. MashaAllah, you got tons of PhDs, but what else? I've just been doing this my whole life. Going from one tree to the next. Don't get me wrong. Allah puts these things in front of us so we live for them. We work for them. It gives us something to enjoy. But keep it as a rest. Remind the shabab in these moments that yes, do great, achieve, keep going. But don't forget your greater purpose. May Allah accept from us, inshaAllah ta'ala. May Allah make us of those people who excel and reach those micro goals, but never ever conflate or confuse the micro goal for the macro goal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to enjoy the beautiful trees that we sit under, but leave them behind and not be hurt because we left it behind. Who's sad because they leave a rest stop that's nice? Nobody. May Allah allow us to get through those rest stops that aren't the best. And be grateful for what Allah has given us. May Allah make us people who can keep focus on the journey, keep focus on our purpose, and excel at all that we try to excel at. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
People can move forward, inshallah. Squeeze in, fill in the gaps as if it's prayer, so that more people can come in, please, inshallah. Move forward, inshallah. إن الحمد لله إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وقرة أعيننا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تبارك وتعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور وقال تعالى في مقام آخر يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم وقال تعالى في مقام آخر لتركبن طبقا عن طبق وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما لي وللدنيا ما أنا في الدنيا إلا كراكب استظل تحت شجرة ثم راها وتركها أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن المجيد ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحميد. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تبارك وتعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد، فيا عباد الله، اتقوا الله جل وعلا وصلوا على سيد الأولين والآخرين. يقول الله تعالى في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وانعم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، وارضاهما عن جميع أصحاب نبيك أجمعين، وعن الخلفاء الراشدين أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي، وعن بقية الستة من العشرة المبشرة، وعن أهل بيت نبيك أجمعين، وعنا معهم بفضلك وجودك وكرمك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أعزنا ولا تذلنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله تعالى يذكركم ودعوه يستجب لكم، ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقيموا صفوفكم.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استووا واعتدلوا سووا صفوفكم. Make sure the lines are straight. الله أكبر. بسم الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. كلا والقمر والليل والصبح إذا أسفر إنها لإحدى الكبر نذيرا للبشر لمن شاء منكم أن يتقدم أو يتأخر كل نفس بما كسبت رهينة إلا أصحاب اليمين في جنات يتساءلون عن المجرمين ما سلككم في سقر قالوا لم نك من المصلين ولم نك نطعم المسكين وكنا نخوض مع الخائضين وكنا نكذب بيوم الدين حتى أتانا اليقين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نهلك الأولين ثم نتبعهم الآخرين كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين. ويل يومئذ للمكذبين. ألم نخلقكم من ماء مهين فجعلناه في قرار مكين إلى قدر معلوم فقدرنا فنعم القادرون. ويل يومئذ للمكذبين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. ورحمة الله. استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. We actually have a brother who wants to convert, inshallah ta'ala, accept Islam, inshallah. So we're going to do that shahada right now, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah, come here, brother, inshallah. What's your name? Joshua. Joshua. That's my nephew's name. Pleasure to meet you. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I remember this day for myself. I became Muslim about 20 years ago, man. And it's the greatest change you can make because it gives you purpose. It gives you purpose. You know your Creator. You know Prophet Muhammad who teaches you how to walk that life. And then you have this family of brothers who are here for you. Who are here for you. You know. This is your family now, inshallah. May Allah bless you. May Allah continue to guide you. And the advice I would say to you and to the community is take your time. Take your time. Don't be trying to tell this brother to pray tahajjud tonight, okay, y'all? Don't be trying to get his wad. No, give him time to grow. Teach him his Lord. Teach him Allah. Teach him the sirah. Teach him beautiful things. He can learn tajweed later, okay? It takes, inshallah. So listen, it's very simple. You're already Muslim, this is in your heart, but you're going to say it out loud now, okay? And so you can look at this if you want, but I'm going to read it to you, inshallah, and you're going to repeat after me. I'm going to say this in English right here, okay? And then we're going to read it in Arabic too, okay? So I bear witness.
I bear witness
That there is no God.
that there is no God but Allah.
And I bear witness
and I bear witness
that Muhammad
that Muhammad
is a messenger.
is a messenger of Allah,
And I bear witness
and I bear witness
that Jesus
that Jesus
is a messenger.
is a messenger of Allah.
Repeat after me. Ashhadu
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
Ashhadu. Jihad, brother?
Yes, sir.
Allah Akbar.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
These are so much, man. We'll be here for you. We got you. Just take your time.
Yep.
Take your time. All right. This is your home. This is your home. Assalamu alaikum.
ICCL Youth also plan to have bake sale. It's going to be every Friday after Jumma, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.